my kingdom, I get a real nice surprise. Ain't nobody see me coming, even if you got special eyes. Even if they gonna run up on me, I got tricks and traps and bait. If you got big plans for later, better tell them you're gonna be late. I got a personal private army, made out of a bunch of mice and rabbits and foxes. Now isn't that so very nice? Why must I sit here and explain how we're gonna take control? Everyone who roll on me, get thrown upon the ground. Cause we don't mess around. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. And just in case I didn't get my point across, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. And just in case I didn't get my point across.
Well, somebody put out that racket. If there's trouble, you're about to attract it. G-Cash, my moves, it's so practice. Like a phantom, watch while I smash this. Fly honeys to my room like it's tragic. Don't make waves, silence is magic. There's a fever, I'ma damn well catch it. If there's a record, I'ma damn well scratch it.
Yo, check out my macros, not this minion. Should you break cornrows? Everyone here knows I'm De Niro. Stomp 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes. Don't even need a step. I engineer beats like Emotep. Players run when they see me on a mic check. I got spikes that'll make a dude's life wreck.
Hey ladies, I'm stepping. Give me your digits, phone getting heavy. I'll pick it up, we can see where we start. I might just break your heart. Ain't never easy, feels lazy, but I get by.
I'm in my element when I make a baby cry.
If you ever try to cross me, there'll be hell to pay. So stay out of my way.
You know what? Don't.
I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. And just in case I didn't get my point across, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. And just in case I didn't get my point across, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. And just in case I didn't get my point across, I'm the boss.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this month's podcast. Straight with the most unfortunate tech issues to begin the damn thing. But thank you for your patience. So this month we're going to start off with the games that we've been playing over the course of the month. I'm going to get the guys in here. You know the drill by now if you've been here. If not, thank you for stopping by and checking it out, whether it be on Twitch or at YouTube. But yeah, let's get everybody in here and let's get started. Air Razor, unfortunately, Taco Tuesday is not today, especially since the holiday, so it'll probably be Wednesday this week, holiday on Monday. So, you know, going to be waiting a little bit on the tacos. Yay, tech issues and all, we made it.
Yeah.
And my God.
Tomorrow.
It wouldn't be a podcast if I didn't have to edit the piss out of it to put it up on YouTube after.
Well, that's not good.
No. Like, I went away from the computer and Nightbot decided that it wasn't going to play the rest of the songs that I had lined up, and it was just going to sit there and be silent for a while.
So I was kind of wondering, it's like, wait a second.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, all that good stuff. But, alright, so we usually start out with our joke game. We didn't agree on which one, so we're going to check out both real quick.
Oh, all of them, you mean?
Well, we have, what, 2 or 3?
3, I think?
Probably 3.
Alright.
3? No, because I've got another one I haven't mentioned yet.
Alright, so the first one we're going to check out is Biscuits 2, because that's the one I know. Yeah, have you ever wanted to play Cuphead without playing Cuphead and play a game with just constant background noise? If you do, you can play Biscuits.
2.
Huh. Yeah, what happened to the first one?
I'll say I saw the first one, like, either earlier this year or something.
Doesn't this game look amazing, guys? I mean...
Oh, that looks like so much fun. You're jumping around in as many uncontrollable ways as you can.
This really does remind me
Or
of
you
getting
only
a-
have one control, which is jump in direction.
And it looks like it's a angry old man in drag, with a wig on, just chilling out, trying to jump all over the place while bouncing around. So if anybody loves a game that's not worth a penny, make sure to add it to your wish list on Steam.
God. Oh boy.
Doesn't this look fun, guys?
Doesn't the trailer just make you want to buy it now?
It is such a gripping trailer. Just absolutely gripping. Has my attention. I'm on the edge of my seat.
I'd get bored.
If the back of my seat is considered the edge of my seat. Oh, they finally made that jump. Oh man, how amazing.
I love that the developer is cross-platform and the publisher is indie games publisher.
Yeah.
All right, so
I believe it.
what's our second joke game?
I'm gonna do mine because I'm gonna have yours be last, right? Mine's is, hey Ma, I'm a dragon now!
Oh Jesus, okay. Let's check.
I really hate you.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Kidding.
Yeah. I am not surprised by his reaction.
I think the best part of this right now is the trailer.
The trailer is the best part about it.
So Ava, you downloaded Steam, right? So I want a review of this.
Developed and published by Non-Existent Studios 2.
What is this?
What the absolute fuck?
I told you.
Yes.
Do not make a trailer. This is why. This has nothing to
It's
do
so
with the
dumb.
game.
Oh god.
You can't just go bum bum bum, and then put in like
This
a
is where
couple
we skipped
seconds of
an actual
clip, and then just expect this to work.
Your thoughts are as good as mine, Ava. I
No,
don't.
this is not how it's
I
done. Stop it.
I can't.
I'd say this game's
Sorry
worth
about
at least
this, people.
$29.99.
Just watch a few seconds of gameplay, then buy our game, please. I need money.
This is a fucking
Game
trailer.
is not making me any right now. Back to making games. Back, demon, back. So sorry about that, guys.
This makes me want to make a game.
Buy our game.
Please put a little bit more.
Don't worry, there is actually gameplay, by the way. They will show gameplay.
The trailer's way better than the gameplay.
It is. It's absolutely better than the gameplay.
What is this, Flappy Bird but with actual guns?
Yes.
Yeah, kind
Yes,
of, yeah.
Oh god.
This is why it's a joke game, Silver. Because it's so dumb, it's great.
I'd prefer Angry Panda game. Me too.
Yeah, where's the panda? Bring the panda back. That character was really interesting. Had a lot of depth.
Yeah, he had a lot of depth. He had a backstory. We'll never know.
Well, he also had a hand up his ass.
Yeah, an invisible hand, because they decided to use a green
Green
screen.
screen hand, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was-
Okay, so what's the third one?
All one word, progress bar 95.
Oh, I saw this one.
And the ironic thing being, it actually kind of looks good.
So you decided not to show the other one.
Oh no, that one's not safe for Twitch.
Okay. Despite its name, and it not actually having anything like that.
You mean because of its name? Or
Oh, I'd be safe. You can tell me. Oh, it's old school VL. What was that? What was the name of the music player that was like that? Shit.
It was shit.
That's a weird name for an old music player.
No, sorry, I'm trying to think.
Rap wasn't around back then.
Winamp? Yeah.
Maybe.
That sounds...
Yeah, they used to have a llama as their spokesman. Yeah, so basically you play as a bar and try and prevent stuff from getting to the ground.
You're playing as a progress bar and you're trying to fill up with progress.
But you can't hit any of the other ones but blue. Okay.
Yeah, I think the light blue ones work as well because they pick up one of those ones later. But yeah, you're apparently, I guess, supposed to avoid other ones. And, and you have to land the piece in the empty space of the bar. It can't land just on the bar anywhere.
I know, guys. The Panda Bear doll was definitely the hero and the martyr of the trailer. He had to die. I mean, the game was made in China. Panda bears aren't allowed over there.
No, Pooh Bears aren't allowed over there, Tim.
All bears. Doesn't matter.
Bro.
All right. So what's the other one that you said was not safe?
Are you sure, Tim?
Yeah, sure.
Sausage Fest.
Sausage Fest. Okay. Ava, I did not know you made a game.
Oh yeah, Ava will love this one.
Yeah, as I'm sure any.
It's irony. All these games come out on September 14th.
Right.
Well, it's just a lot of hot dogs.
Oh my god.
Balls. Or are they wheels?
Oh my lord.
It seems like they're used as legs. I don't know what they are.
Just a lot of sausages. What are you talking
It
about?
reminds me of, actually I can't say that, can I? Something else.
Don't.
I was wondering if that was going to be brought up.
That game is banned on Twitch, so yeah, I should mention it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can mention the game. You just can't. You can't.
Onto it?
You can't. You
Oh,
can't.
day.
Wow, just wow. I know, right? It's actually. Listen, underneath all the jokes, it's just a pregnancy simulator. Don't worry about it. They're just firing the meat missiles at you. It's fine. You know all about that, Avi. You got kids.
Tim, you should scroll down though.
And Tim,
Read some of the
shouldn't,
descriptions.
Tim, shouldn't there be holes to fire those missiles into?
Engage in sausage combat with other players. Okay, so yeah. Be awarded engaging yourself in sausage combat. Okay. Customize. Oh, customize your character would set awards.
No.
Oh, read the next one.
Spray mystery fluids on other people. Make really good content. Have a good time with the boys. Have a literal sausage fest.
Things you can't do.
Gain the power of your character in real life. Be bigger in real life. Reenact what happens in the game without an active imagination, at least. Not have a good time with the boys. Not have a literal sausage party. The power of girth. The bigger you get, the more damage you do. Yes. Oh my god.
The cost of becoming a larger target.
I'm sure that's how it works.
Oh my god.
Remember, guys, it's not about how big it is, it's about how you use it, right?
What do you mean? The customization's fucking great.
Oh my god. Why?
Wow.
Wait, go further. Read the thing.
PP make me go haha yes and she high. Alright.
Welcome to the Revolution Podcast, folks.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. We're all about gaming and penises. So that's gonna be Murmich's game for next month because because two times now he skipped over the games that I gave him because
one of them freaking didn't release on Steam,
but the other one did.
But
yeah, come on, Mermich.
And don't worry, Mermich. I'll buy you a copy of the game. You can tell me how your parents reacted to your wiener-based combat.
Tim, you're gonna get him in trouble.
I know, I won't.
Again,
I guess
no,
I would
wait.
play it.
Play it late at night. Your mom won't notice. But welcome to the podcast, everybody. If I haven't lost you already, we're gonna start talking about the games we actually played last month.
Yeah. The good
That's a
games.
good place to start.
All right. So what have you guys been playing over the last month?
Okay. The bad news is that I didn't get to tell me why. The good news is I did manage to play at least maybe 4 or 5 hours of Spiritfarer. Enough to get a bit of the grasp.
Okay.
And as far as I've played, I'm guessing it'd be quite the heartwarming yet rather sad tale. And hey, at least the game is over one puzzle. So, to sum it up, you play as Stella, who has been given the Everlight that would help spirits move on. And as far as I have noticed, is that you're the ferry master of the ship that you can upgrade as well as build all types of buildings as well as like workshops and gardens to feed the characters on the ship. And I think they might be either friends and family of her, because I've come across Atrus, I think his name was, or Alus, I don't remember his name exactly, but yeah, the guy with the frog.
Yeah.
He's her uncle. And he really likes food, so you can basically give him anything and he'll be satisfied. Thank fuck. There's one of those characters that have that. Because a lot of the characters are very picky about what you give them food-wise. Which
Yeah.
I'm guessing is annoying.
You know what's funny about this game is it seems to have a tremendous amount of heart and passion put into it.
Oh yeah. It's goddamn gorgeous. I love the art style. And
I'm loving it just looking at it.
I especially love the mechanic to get lightning in a bottle, where you literally what's the term I'm looking for? Ride to a specific zone that has a lightning storm, and you have to have her uncle though to collect lightning in a bottle. And basically, what you do is that you run across the deck, wait for like lightning sparks to show up on the ship's deck, and then stand under it, and you get like lightning bolts strike a bottle and fill it with lightning. And I was like, oh my god, the sounds for the lightning are excellent, spot on. It's a good thing that in-game storms don't bother you, Tim, because if they did, you would not be able to play this game. It would give you anxiety straight away. The sounds are so goddamn realistic.
Yeah,
Wow.
but man, this game is fucking pretty. Oh my lord. It makes me want to play it just to experience the... I've watched certain people play this game. And from the bits and pieces that I've seen, man, this game has like a tremendous amount of heart put into it.
It also has co-op,
Yeah.
where the second player can play as the cat, which is named Dandelion. And I was like, what a strange name for a cat, but I get it. It's a yellow-furred cat. It kind of makes sense, because Dandelion's are yellow. There you go.
So,
It has
just to
tiny
give
pump.
everybody a hint, this game is either $30 or Steam, or
free on Game
or
Pass,
free on Game Pass.
which is where I'm like,
And I'm sorry, as somebody who always tries to fight for pro-consumer when it comes to gaming, Xbox Game Pass is about the most pro-consumer thing I can possibly suggest to you, whether you have a console or you're on PC. Having 100 games to just be like, yeah, I want to play this today. Oh, it's free on Game Pass, and just play it is amazing.
Yep. But I definitely recommend this game, personally. I'm definitely going to try to play all the way through and try to finish it.
All right.
Because I'm really liking what I'm witnessing right now. And I definitely want to pull through to the finish.
All right. So that way we can finish talking about it next month.
Yep. Indeed.
All right. So let's go with Murmich next.
All right. The Henry Stickmin Collection.
Haha. I'd say that game is comedy gold.
Oh my goodness, it is the collection of all the Henry Stickmin games, from Breaking the Bank all the way to the one that is now only Henry Stickmin Collection, completing the mission. And It is absolutely hilarious. And the best part is they redid all the older games. So that way they're all caught up to the most recent graphics of these games.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
Like, and just the memes and internet culture that you get to experience going from the very first game to the like the latest completing the mission is just so great.
I like the Metal Gear Solid reference in the newest one.
Oh my goodness, there's a whole freaking run that's Metal Gear Solid and it's amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the style has changed drastically and improved drastically from the originals. I remember watching
Absolutely.
You know, I find it funny. I think Glav would probably get a kick out of this game just because he loves.
Oh, he absolutely would.
He loves choose your own adventure games, which I enjoy as well. I used to read the choose your own adventure books, for God's sake.
Yeah,
I do too.
I really want to see all fails. Absolutely.
Oh, it's so great. I love it to bits.
Well, I think that's an overwhelming positive review.
And the best part is I've nearly 100%ed it. The only thing left is to try and find the last of the Among Us plushies and completing the mission and getting all the bios.
Wait, there's Among Us plushies?
Yeah, there's little Among Us plushies in completing the mission that are hidden around the game.
Ah, okay. I had no idea.
Nice. Alright, so now Ray, you're up.
Well, I was reviewing Dungeon Core.
Ah, yes.
I did not probably get to play as much as I should have, because I still did not end up beating even the first boss. I'm not actually usually that good at these games, but it is very fun. Pretty much Enter the Gungeon, very similar, but with its own style and slightly different mechanics.
Yep.
And felt plenty challenging. I was having a good time. If you like those kinds of roguelike Enter the Gungeon kind of games, then this is definitely something you should pick up.
Okay, it looks like Neon Abyss mixed with Enter the Gungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that little more modern, less.
What was the game that I own that's like this? Nuclear Throne.
Yeah. It's a shame the devs of that fucked.
Yeah.
I'll definitely pick this game up eventually. Maybe when it comes out of early access.
Okay. So overall, what do you think of the game?
It's got a good foundation. I'm not entirely sure how much content there is in it, and it didn't seem too poorly balanced. I mean, obviously, I'm not too skilled at these,
but
I
we forgot to give our
wasn't
grades, man. What are you're slipping?
I think this is a decent 7 if you enjoy that kind of game.
Oh, I didn't give Spiritfarer.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Where are the grades, man?
Shit. Well, because of the art style and the gameplay and the game flow itself, I'd give it a solid 7.
Okay, how about you, Wormage?
What about me?
What's the score of your game?
I would just rate it 10 out of 10 outright.
Really?
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I loved it to bits, and it got me laughing to the point where I was wheezing.
Okay, then that's a fine score. All right, now we're gonna talk about the best game of the whole entire month, and if you can't tell how sarcastic I'm being, you have an issue. So we're gonna talk about Marvel Avengers, the new hotness that everyone's getting paid. I mean, is playing completely on their own right on Twitch.
To quote Glav, I hate this game.
So,
Silver, you don't hate the game, you hate playing Hulk in this game.
You know what gives me zero faith in humanity? The fact that this game has a mostly positive review. Alright.
But it's Avengers, how could it be bad?
No, I'm not going to be cynical. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinions about games. But, I will say this. The combat doesn't feel right for the characters. The voices don't bother me because, licensing, I get that shit, alright? The problem,
you wouldn't want them to double the price to get the real actors to do the
voices.
And
okay, here's my issue. It's not the characters, it's not even like the combat, even though the combat's a little clunkier than I would hope. it's the way the game is designed. Okay, if it was a Marvel Avengers game where they gave you, okay, 4-player co-op, go through a actual story, not like little bits and pieces of missions to progress a story. If they actually gave you a real story and let you do it, it wouldn't have so many connectivity issues and everything as it does, because it seems like this game is unnecessarily convoluted for no reason. It has graphical errors which are insane, which it's funny as hell. Unfortunately, it's funny sad, not funny haha.
Well, they supposedly fixed them, because I saw ACG's video on the game, and he played it after the game's release, or was it Young? Yeah. Either one. But they said that basically a lot of the technical issues were fixed, and it's no longer as buggy as it was in beta. But it still obviously has the balancing issues, and Hulk is still a goddamn fucking sponge.
Well, okay, I don't hate this game on the merit of what it is. I hate the fact that it was designed to specifically just make money.
Yeah. Which is clear.
So, for me, like, between the fact that the game was designed oddly, and the characters are set in classes instead of just being heroes in their own right, and the idea that every character has their own battle pass, which I find insane, for me, this is going to have to be like a 5 out of 10. And it's not even that I hate it. 5 is slightly below average for me. I would say 6 is average. I know that like everyone's gonna be 5 should be average because it's in the middle, but no, like 5 is slightly below average. A 1 is almost impossible to obtain, right? Because if a game works and has any merit, it's not gonna be a 1.
Right. So Fallout 76 is like below 1.
Yeah. At points, at points, it could be below 1. But no, I would say this is a 5. If you're a giant fan of Marvel, there's nothing that I'm gonna say that's gonna make you think twice about purchasing the game. But I would say that if you are mildly interested in it, one, either wait for the price to drop someday, and see what characters do come out, because the characters are gonna be free. Or 2, just do your research before you spend $60 on a game that's going to want more money from you right away.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. So yeah, I can only give my personal grade. What do you guys think of the game? You guys all played it.
I already said my piece.
Yeah, Silver hates Hulk. And I think I've actually heard a lot of people don't seem pleased with Hulk's state in the game, and I can understand it.
He's a freaking heaviest, powerful Avenger.
Maybe hate is too strong of a word for this game.
Okay,
I dislike.
I was actually asking for your grade, Silver, and I already know your opinion, which is
5.
5? Okay.
I would say this is a 5 easily. Just to add on to that, it is not worth the price tag in its current state.
It's not
by a long shot. It's gonna need maybe an entire year's worth of content before it's worth that price tag.
I completely agree.
So if you can get it at a more than 50% discount, sure, I think it'd be worth it. It can be a fun game. You can enjoy this game. It's not unenjoyable, but you're gonna be looking at a lot of paywalling, microtransaction kind of attempts. Not that it necessarily does that, but and the battle pass is going to be annoying. But yeah, you're going to want a serious discount, or just wait for more content.
Yeah, I think waiting for more content is the biggest takeaway I can say from this game. You know, I feel like given time, it could be a lot more fleshed out. And if it comes to that point and it's at a good price, then maybe down the road I will pick it up, because the idea of playing as superheroes is awesome.
It's just especially co-op.
Yeah, and I actually had really high hopes for this game because I like Crystal Dynamics. Like, they make the Tomb Raider series. But it's just the game was built around the idea of monetization. That's all it was really built around. So, I'm not a fan. Alright.
Yep.
So, Silver, what's your next one? Do you have anything?
What else have you been playing till?
I mean, I did play Wasteland 3, but
Okay.
I've only played like maybe the first 3 or 4 hours of that. I didn't get
Okay,
out
so
of
we're not gonna waste our time since you don't have a full opinion.
Yeah. That can wait for maybe next month.
Okay, so we'll go Ray next.
I've played some Grounded.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Although I haven't played the new update. I need to get back into that at some point. Yeah, I
Get the game.
saw it and was like, you know, this does look like fun, and I know, Tim, you are planning on playing more of it.
Yep.
You played the beta, and I think Silver, you played a little bit of the beta too, didn't you?
Yes, I didn't really get to any of the building, but I do like the fact that it has its own little aspects of the game. I'm a fan of survival games personally, so
I'm impressed this game was made by 10 people.
Wow, that is pretty good. Honestly, I'm more surprised that it hasn't already been done before. Like, when you see it, it's kind of like, oh, well, duh. Why hasn't this been done before?
Yeah.
It's got such perfect personality and perfect setting for a survival style game that it's amazing and it hasn't been done before. And it seems like it's been done pretty well so far. It looks great. It works pretty well.
And it seems to fit that like category that can be good for adults and kids. So I mean,
As long as you don't have a severe fear of insects.
yeah. If you do, then stay away. There's no snakes,
Right.
David. Don't worry.
There is an arachnophobia setting that you can slide back and forth to reduce the spiders to floating balls at the worst.
do floating balls completely.
Yes.
I hate spiders.
That's pretty much what it is, Ava. It is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the survival game.
Yep.
I will be helping you out today.
Obviously, they haven't completed it. They're still working on story content. They did just release a update. Was it the beginning of this month?
Very small.
Did I think about it? Or was it near the end? I can't remember.
August 26th.
Right, end of this month. So, there's still a pretty decent amount of stuff to do, especially with what they added. So yeah, I enjoyed it so far. I'd like to get in with you guys, see what multiplayer is more like.
Anytime you want to play, I'm down.
Alright. I'd say so far it's a 6. It'll be higher once more content's out.
Okay, that's fair. Alright, Murmish, did you play anything else?
No, sept.
and neither did I.
Okay.
Anything that was new.
Okay, so I guess I'll talk about what you saw in the trailer, because you know, Battletoads.
Hey.
Because you see the giant Battletoad in the trailer for for the game. All right, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was gonna be a mess because I was hoping it was made by Rare, but it wasn't. And I was originally put off by like the really cartoony art style, but the game's actually really good.
Voice just say it was going to destroy
And that's a good sign.
Yeah, and
It certainly seemed to make up for your apprehensions with its charm.
yes, like there's charm for days in this game, and you know I can't wait to play it with other people. Like I'm probably gonna take a day and have like my 2 sons come up and play it with me or something. Cause it's got 3-player co-op. Why not, right? But the cool part is if you're playing it by yourself, you can switch between all 3 toads. So technically, you have 3 lives per life, because they all have to die for you to lose your life. But yes, it has 3-player co-op, which is awesome. And it like it says in the trailer, it's multi-genre because there's all types of different stuff you do. Like it's got shmup, it's got racing, it's got everything, and it's a lot of fun. I would give this game.
We're gonna be famous.
I'm not gonna work. It's a lot of nostalgia that fueled me to play it, so I will say it's a 7 because it's nothing amazing, but it's if you like Battletoads or you like beat 'em up games, for $20 or free on Game Pass, it's totally worth it. Yeah, and that's it for Battletoads. But yeah, it's totally worth it if you like beat 'em up games, if you like a good sense of humor and a lot of charm with your games, it's totally worth it. And there's a lot of genres thrown in there, which makes it hilarious at times.
Cool.
All right, so I know Ray has another one, right?
I have quite enjoyed Metal Unit this last month. I believe it was part of Humble,
Yeah, last month.
like last month.
Yeah.
And I grabbed that and started playing it. I quite enjoyed this. It's kind of a roguelike, since when you're in the levels if you die, you start over from the beginning. But it has more permanent progress since you can buy a lot of upgrades, and if you don't die at the end of the level, you keep everything you had to continue.
Awesome.
It's got an interesting story so far. I actually have not fully completed it. I've unlocked, I think, the last level. I've been putting off doing it because I've spent so much time grinding and collecting stuff, because you can collect gear and then experiment with it in like a training room.
And Ray managed to completely break the game.
It's still in development, so there's some things that aren't perhaps balanced too well.
It was so funny too.
It's kind of unfunny.
What I take away from that trailer is that the cat was silently sweating. Okay.
Yes, very important part. Very, very important story point. I'm glad you caught that. One thing I definitely liked is, as you collect gear, like after you've obtained it once, some gear comes in sets, and if you collect the entire set, you can change your starting gear to that set instead.
Oh, nice.
So that has been a lot of what I've been doing. I was doing, enjoying that. And there is kind of an awkward crafting system in the game right now. I've joined the Discord and noticed on a lot of the feedback talk, they seem to be working on a lot of different things at the moment. But they're very receptive to feedback, and I've just been enjoying it.
That's awesome.
And the art is quite nice for, that kind of pixel art.
Yep. So for early access title, what would you rate it?
Early access title, I'm going to give it another 6, because, again, it's not done. But there is still a decent amount of content in it already. It's just not necessarily fully balanced, and they're still working on iterating on a number of systems.
That's an
So
amazing
I think it'll
looking
be much
boss,
better
I have to say.
as it goes.
I say the bosses look pretty sick.
They do look pretty cool.
Alright, let's see, I already talked about that one. Alright, next one is probably my favorite game that I played all month, is Samurai Jack, Battle Through Time.
Ah, yes.
This game is way better than it had any right to be. Because I was like, an Adult Swim game, I'm like, they're gonna cheap out and it's gonna be not very good. I loved it. I'm not even gonna lie, I won't even try and hide it. I love this game. I think it was... I haven't even finished it yet, and I love every bit of what I played. I mean...
Samurai Jack, how could you not love Samurai Jack?
Well, I'm just... Okay.
If they'd done it wrong, it would have been bad.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it wrong.
No, they did it really well.
Good.
So I'm gonna simply put it this way: if you like Samurai Jack, play the game because it is totally worth it. I would say the combat is nice, the puzzles are not too hard, the actual traps in the game are, simple enough that they feel like a challenge, but they don't feel overwhelming. The amount of weapons that you can pick up and use between guns and bows and arrows and throwing projectiles and melee weapons and upgrades you can spend an incredible amount of time making your character more and more powerful. I have put at least 7 hours into the game, and I have not beat it yet. Because even after the stream the other day, I played more, and I still haven't beat it yet. But I think I'm pretty close to the end.
Nice.
But I'm gonna say, like, if you like a game where you can make your character stronger and stronger and stronger, and you like interesting bosses, and you know you're a fan, even if you're not a fan of the series, it will make you want to watch it. It will make you want to go back and find out, like, how this all occurred. Because for somebody who only watched Samurai Jack at the very beginning of, like, when it came out, now I want to go and watch the rest of it and find out what the hell happened, because I haven't watched the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that this, the way I'm going to preface this right away. The way I judge games is based on value, based on how good the game is and what the price is. Okay, the price is $40 for a $40 game. This is an 8 out of 10, easily. Now, if they tried to charge 50 or 60, then it would bring it down to like a 7. You know, but you have to look at everything on a value standpoint. There's no microtransactions in the game. There's no DLC. You can earn everything that you get in game by playing the game. And I respect every game that still does that. So for me, yeah, this is an 8 out of 10 easy.
It's not just a throwback to a somewhat older TV show, it's a throwback to older games in general.
Yes.
In that sense.
Yes. Alright, you got any more, Ray? Because I only have 2.
Well, obviously I have one left.
Okay, you have one left. Yep.
I have the one that's been eating most of my time now that you've got me hooked on it.
Yes, sir, too.
I've been playing Phantasy Star Online 2 for much too long.
And this is the game we're trying to get you into, Ava.
He's played twice as much time as I have. Put it that way. And I've played over 90 hours.
I almost played 200 hours in this game.
Yeah.
I had been so caught
Obsessed.
up in Warframe, I think, that I hadn't been as motivated to play it a lot recently, as I'm sure Silver and Murmich are dismayed to have noticed. But this has been... It's filled a similar place in my heart as a game I can just kind of grind and pick up and run through. And I haven't actually gone through most of the content on... Not that I've gone through all the content in Warframe, just I don't have to nitpick that one. It's fun. It looks... It's old. We all know it's what, at least an 8-year-old game.
Yep.
At this point, that's finally gotten to across the ocean. But even for that, it looks decent enough. I guess for me, some people might think it looks terrible. But it still plays pretty well. There's not any kind of too many connectivity issues that I've run into. And they're still adding content. All this long, and well, we haven't even gotten all the content from the Japanese version of the game, so there's still a lot to add, to bring over. And with new Genesis on the horizon somewhere, which is going to be completely compatible with characters from this game, there's definitely a lot of content to look forward to in the future. I'm looking forward to it greatly.
Oh yeah.
Now, it's not perfect. The monetization is quite atrocious for free-to-play games, obviously. I mean, not saying you can pay to win or anything, but all the good stuff all the good cosmetics are locked behind money. And there's a number of kind of core features that you might say are locked behind money or premium.
Yeah.
As the case would be, but there is some currency you can earn in-game that can get you some good stuff.
But on a fun gameplay loop, this game has it.
Mm-hmm. Easily.
Yeah. And for somebody who grew up playing the original Phantasy Star Online, it's so good to be able to play the sequel after all these years, because I played a lot of Phantasy Star Online, the first one, and that was way back. But I mean, so when people are like, well, this game's older, well, play the original and tell me how much older this one looks.
Yeah, I know that one was only on Dreamcast, I think.
Yep.
You didn't even play it anywhere else, and I'm surprised they had online gaming way back with the Dreamcast game.
Oh yeah, man, I had my DSL back then.
Jesus, we didn't even have internet.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, get into that 2006.
Dreamcast was just as DSL came out around where I live. I mean, my friend who was in the Navy, I went and played on his stuff, and he had a T1 line in his house, which was like $700 a month back then.
Holy fucking shit!
And that's the equivalent of like 5 megabytes down now.
Oh
my. So internet pricing has definitely changed. But I would give this game a 7 out of 10, definitely.
Easily.
I don't like the how much they charge for cosmetics, but
well, it's not just that they charge so much for cosmetics, but there's a lot of cosmetics that are kind of locked behind not gotcha per se, like scratch tickets they call them, but it's randomized. You pay for loot boxes essentially.
Yeah, and then you get whatever you get.
You get whatever you want, and there is a literal casino in the game.
Yes.
Yep.
Like a literal casino.
Got a lock behind walls.
You don't necessarily have to interact with it at all, but it's there.
All right.
Yep. And there's also mechanics that are locked behind paywalls.
Trading.
So what's your grade, Silver?
Yeah, 7, despite all my gripes with the game so far. I've enjoyed what I've played of the story so far, but I really like the combat. It's just that
the problem. The game's too much damn fun.
Yeah,
right?
I wish you could switch shoulders when using over-the-shoulder camera. That's a really huge gripe for me. I like being able to switch shoulders.
Tell them you'll contact Sega. Tell them you'll pay $10 to be able to switch shoulders. I imagine they'll put it in.
Oh, they'll add it in a heartbeat.
Yep.
I fucking pay for for a feature that should be fucking free, like every other goddamn motherfucking MMO that exists. Seriously.
Yeah.
I can trade for free in Black Desert Online. I could trade for
I don't know.
free.
I suspect they'll make a lot of improvements in New Genesis. I hope they'll make a lot of improvements in New Genesis. Looking forward to it. What's your game, Tim?
Yeah, moving on.
Eastern Exorcist.
Yes.
that
Do tell, Tim. Do tell.
Okay, I finished this game.
You did. Wonderful.
Yeah, actually, I actually found the time to finish it.
It's early access, though.
Well, I finished what was available.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Which actually everything's available. The only thing that the early access is covering at the moment is they are adding more end game on afterwards. So it actually does have a ending right now. The game currently has 6 hours of content. So I did time that out. The art style might not appeal to everyone, but man, the story is actually really good. The combat's great. I like the idea of being an exorcist, which basically you defeat demons, and then you have to exorcise them, or they come back more powerful. So like,
China.
yes. So you have to make sure to dispel them afterwards, or you're fucked.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
All right. So the bosses, there's about 6 bosses in the game currently. And they are all very interesting. The last 2 are extremely difficult, no matter what difficulty you played on. I played against 3 bosses on stream, and the ones that I haven't played on stream are even creepier than the ones that I did. Yeah, you can see it in the trailer, one of them. It's basically a walking pile of bones. Yeah. And there's the final boss that you see right now, which is a giant dragon in the sky.
Zombie dragon.
Yes. But
My word.
for being a game that I pretty much picked out of nowhere and was Like, do I really want to play this? It's not really available in English. I decided to give it a chance anyway, and I'll tell you what. Some of these Chinese games coming out right now are fantastic. I do not care if I have to read the English subtitles or not. A lot of these games are awesome. So,
Yeah.
this one in particular, I'm glad I gave it a try. I'm glad I completed it. It's awesome.
Alright, good to know.
So this one, because it's early access, it doesn't get 8 or higher, but because it's early access, I'll give it 7. I'd love to see what else they're going to come up with afterwards. I guess they're going to add like 6 more bosses to like a, what did it call it? Once you beat the campaign, it's going to unlock not a new game plus, more like a whole entire epilogue campaign, which is basically going to be a giant boss run.
Okay.
But with new bosses on top of the old ones. So.
Oh my.
Yeah. So, okay. Then I only have one more to talk about. And this was actually one of the games that Silver mentioned last month. And that's Dreamscaper. And I played this on stream as well. And I really enjoyed this game. I have not finished this yet, but I like it a lot, and I'm going to play more of it. Dreamscaper is great.
Really surprised you tried the demo first before getting stuck in.
Every slumber is a different dungeon in an
It's
ever-changing
awesome.
world with a multitude of
Oh,
unique
yeah.
events and
I am aware.
challenges. Play as Cassidy.
It's my kind of game, too.
And I'll tell you what, like, the whole mechanic of, like, when you dream, you fight, and then in between you try and build relationships will give you powers when you dream is awesome.
Use careful positioning, exact timing.
You know, I have to say, August was a very good month for indie games. Very good month for indie games. I found 3 of them that were far and beyond my expectations when I first looked at them. So, yeah, this is also early access, another 7, but I'm going to finish what is available for this, because this one's not content complete. So I will finish whatever's left and talk more about it next month, but I have to say, if you like a game with a great mechanic in combat, but also very interesting social mechanics, this is definitely a game that you should check out.
Good to know.
And now, with that, I am done talking about all of the fucking games I played this month. Alright.
Right.
Huzzah!
Alright. So,
Hooray!
so now we're going to talk about some funny shit. Because, you know...
Funny haha or funny
funny as in, like, you know, EA is stupid. Alright, so, EA decided when The Boys Season 2 came out that they were going to plaster ads all over their brand new $60 UFC game. That's the first one that they fucked up on. They were literally putting the ads everywhere. It was in the center of the ring. They were doing pop-up ads on screen.
During fights?
Yes, during fights and everything.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, so I have to say it was about as ridiculous as it comes. And then they put, I need Kat's review before I start it. Well, I'm going to get Jess up here sometime before we finish. Right now, she's currently busy, so I can't really just drag her upstairs, Ava. But I will get her to come up and talk about her game before we finish up. But yeah, fans go ballistic is an understatement, because who would want ads thrown in their face when they spend $60 on a game? Especially ads that like get in the way and they hook to the UI.
The fucking audacity.
They hooked it to the UI, so there was ads popping up on the bottom of the screen while you're trying to play.
God.
Okay, so I find that to be pretty ridiculous. I know this is very recent, but I usually don't even try and cover news, but I thought these 2 things from EA were so hilarious that they needed to be mentioned.
The other one, what I think it is?
Yeah, okay, so I'm a fan of football. I know not everybody is.
The worst.
Yeah. So Madden has been around since I was a little child. And come to find out, now Madden is the lowest rated... Oh, shit. I don't
User reviewed.
Yeah, it's the worst reviewed game in, what, Metacritic history? Yeah.
Yep. At a 0.2, I think it's now.
Oh, it is...
It went up to 0.3.
It went up... Nope, that's August.
that's user.
Is this from today? Nope, that's Thursday. All right, you know what? We're gonna go right to the source. That way we can talk about this properly. All right, Metacritic and user reviews. 0.2. Okay.
Yep. What's up? 0.2.
Okay. So this is the worst rated game, user score wise, ever in the existence of Metacritic. And as
bumped up a DLC for Division 2 just to make sure this was the worst.
And I have to say that the game totally deserves all of the backlash it's getting. I love football games. I love football as a sport. But having one company own the exclusive rights to the whole entire football license is not working.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, when NFL 2K was around, I know people have their issues with 2K. Eraser, I read that. You know, I understand, like, but back in the day, 2K is what made Madden innovate. Now Madden has no competition, so they haven't innovated in years. I would say, like, the biggest jump they ever made was, like, Madden 11 to Madden 12. And we're now 9 years later. And all we're building on is basically the microtransaction system for the game at this point.
And just different names.
What
People say that Madden 05 or 06 was the beginning of the downfall of Madden.
Well, as soon as Madden got online features, it started to go downhill because Ultimate Team is what ruined Madden.
Oh, yeah.
Because Ultimate Team gives it the same style as FIFA and the fact that you buy card packs to develop your team. So by doing that, you're incentivizing people to spend real-world money to make teams out of random players that they get out of card packs.
Yep, and that is the definition.
And the problem is, they even tell you up front that the fact of getting a player who is rated high is very, very low. I mean, like, if you're going to get...
0%.
Yeah. Like, in the less than 1% of getting a player that's rated over 90 out of card packs. So people are spending thousands of dollars just to play online against people and prove that they are dominant by having a better team. That's the same way that FIFA works. And FIFA is the highest grossing monetization game in the world. Because a lot of people outside the United States, a lot of people play FIFA.
Especially in the
UK. Yeah, so Madden is kind of like the US's version of FIFA. But the problem is, if it was just the fact that the microtransactions and everything were so bad, it probably wouldn't be rated this low. But the problem is that there are literally assets in the game that say, like, 2020 or 2019 on them.
Yeah.
Because they never decided to update the features for the stadiums.
And that is just fucking...
So they're copy and pasting the stadiums over from one port to another.
So not only is it not changing, like,
might as well be
in essence at all, it's literally an asset flip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It might as well be.
And the problem is, with so many assets being flipped from game to game to game, it's actually starting to break the way that the game works. Because, one, the way that the engine the game runs on is partially to blame for why, you know, the mechanics of the game sometimes don't work. So, like, you'll have, like, you'll be on defense, and you'll see your guy jump in front of a pass, okay, which should be an interception. And instead, the guy will catch it and run for a touchdown. you will go back to the replay, watch your character jump up, and have the ball go through the character's hands into the receiver's hands instead.
What the?
Giving absolutely no reason why it didn't work. It's just the game decided that it didn't want you to have it.
The hell?
So yeah.
Or the collision detection is literally that bad.
So basically, they're running this game on the Frostbite engine, and the Frostbite engine has only been used properly by like Battlefield games. So there's like even a lot of the other games in the EA umbrella that tried to use Frostbite engine have had problems.
Yep, Dragon Age Inquisition is one of them.
Anthem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the problem is that they're trying to run a sports game on an engine that's made for military games. So the virtual RAM in the game doesn't work. They can't put any actual uniforms for you to change into, because if they do that, it would break the game. They can't really change anything in the game, because if they did, it would break the game. So basically, you're going to get the same game every year, but they are actually removing features that were there before to add more features to the heavily monetized part of the game. So
yep.
So you know what I say? Until Madden decides to, well, either the NFL already signed another 5-year extension, so it ain't gonna happen. They're not gonna take away their exclusive rights. So until Madden decides to actually change anything or change engines or make actual improvements to the game, even as someone who loves football games, I'm not gonna buy them anymore. I have Madden 20, but I paid $8 for it like 3 months ago. I'm definitely not going to rush out and buy this game, no matter how much I love playing football against people online. I usually play it on my Xbox, but no matter how much I love it, I can't like fundamentally go like, this is a good idea. Especially, that'd be like WWE 2K, what is it, 20? Silver? Yeah, like
Yeah.
The game's fundamentally broken. You don't buy it no matter how much you like the genre or anything. So make these companies make better games. Don't buy fucking games because you want them. Make sure you're buying them because they're good. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't, and you make these companies tons of money, you end up with shit like this.
They're not going to change anything if it makes them money.
Yeah, like they're gonna run these franchises into the ground because Madden became the same, WWE came to the same, and eventually, after they're the same for so long, you start to notice. Or they just don't improve things for so long that the games begin to break. And that happened with this, and it happened with WWE 2K20. They both released broken. And
2K's their basketball game. Holy shit! You should see the reviews on Steam.
Exactly. So like, that's the way that companies look at sports games now, though. It's like, oh, we have a license, okay, so we can put the proper names on the proper players. Okay, let's build a monetization system so we can make lots of money, and anything else that happens after that, fuck them. So I have no sympathy for all these companies that suffer because of their lack of comprehension of the idea that people want good games instead of just games where they can blow all their money.
AKA steaming piles of.
Yeah, I don't want a steaming pile of dog shit. Let's put it that way.
Nope.
But yeah, like I know I sound a little bit cynical, but honestly, I think that the more we punish companies like this that release broken games, hopefully they'll stop releasing broken games.
Yes, fucking hope so.
So
If only.
So
Yeah,
there's my cynical little rant for the day. Well, for the month. And yeah. So we're going to be finishing up with the games that we are looking forward to for the next month. Of course, anyone who knows this knows that I have way more than everybody else because I guess I just like more games.
You're more thorough, too.
Yeah, I went through 35 pages on Steam last night of new games so I could find... Well, yeah, there was a lot of shovelware this month. Believe me. Appreciate the fact that we go look through this list for you, because man, there is some fucking terrible ass games in September. I'm telling you.
Garbage.
Oh shit.
August was a good month. September, on the other hand, it ain't great.
Mm-mm.
Even for indie games, it ain't great.
No.
I have a feeling we're going to be bringing more stuff out.
Okay, so as before, as you read through the list, tell me the game that you're intending to review. Whether you do or not, we can change that over the month. But tell me the one you intend to review as we do this, okay?
Okay.
Sure.
That way I can write it down and we can be at least clear so far. All right, so
Fortunately, I don't.
Mermich, go first.
Okay, sweet. The game that I wanted to make sure that I got to say before anybody else, Untitled Goose Game, is coming to Steam.
Oh, finally, huh?
Yeah.
It took them long enough.
Hyonk Hyonk M Goose.
Hyonk Hyonk Goose.
What is it?
Hey,
it was a year exclusive, right?
I think so.
Yeah. And not only that, it's getting 2-player co-op.
Oh my god, are you for real?
Yes, they announced that. What was it? This month they announced it. Last month
Yeah,
they
they
announced
did.
it.
Yep.
They did. We're getting 2-player co-op so you can harass even more people with
You
goose.
can harass people with twice as many goose.
We're getting the hyonkening. It's coming to fruition.
Alright, I found the next co-op game for me and Jess.
Hey, I'm gonna be playing this.
Well, it doesn't mean me and Jess can't play it, it's just you're gonna review it.
Yeah.
Me and
Yeah,
Jess...
this game is hilariously fun to play. From what I've seen people play it.
What, you're torturing a person with glasses, man.
Poor little boy.
Poor little boy.
But no, the game is
Sorry,
hilarious and cute as hell.
I've seen Jack play through the entire game. Oh my
Oh,
word.
it's so funny.
So is this your review game?
I want it to be my review game because I absolutely want to play this so much.
Okay,
But-
then it's your review game.
I saw an image of a guy who took the time to grab every single pick-upable item and drag it off to where you complete
The beginning of the game.
at the beginning of the game. It was hilarious.
Alright, so Mermich's games are Untitled Goose Game and Sausage Fest.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Alright,
Lovely
so
gentlemen.
who would like to go next, Ray or Silver, so we can start the rotation properly?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, that was a hard one.
I mean, I know it comes out on the 30th, which is literally the last day of September, but hey, whatever. It's not the only game that comes out in September. But definitely Baldur's Gate. And I know it's going to be an early access title, and I know it's only going to have, like, the first act game, I think they said. But this early access is going to be much larger than Divinity Original Sin 2's early access was. Because I've played Divinity Original Sin 2 since it hit early access.
And I have to admit, I'm actually pretty pumped for this too.
Oh, yeah.
But you can have it, don't worry.
Admittedly, I never finished the first 2 Baldur's Gate games. But, according to the devs and even Wizards of the Coast themselves, it doesn't matter. Because this game's story and whatnot is going to be completely separated. What happened in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 is apparently, null and void. Which is a shame. Right?
Retcon, you mean?
Yeah, retcon, there you go. Null and void either way. It's a shame, but hey, at least it's a completely new experience for those that want it.
Isn't it crazy it's going to be on Game Pass?
Right? That I did not know, to be honest with you.
Yes.
Oh, man. That's great. But I'm still probably gonna buy it regardless. Come on, it's fucking Baldur's Gate. Come on, Larian. Do us proud. You did an amazing job with Divinity Original Sin and Original Sin 2.
I just wish they weren't releasing it in early access.
I understand, but they did the same thing with the other 2 games. And hey, it turned out to be great.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying I wish they would just hold off and release a full game. But,
I get you.
I know it doesn't work like that anymore in gaming. I get it.
Yeah, sadly. But
So,
hey,
is this your review game?
Might be. I might have...
Silver can never give me an answer! No, I was kidding.
The other game that comes out before Baldur's Gate, which is 6 days before, That might be my review game, or something that comes out in 2 days. Literally, might be my review game.
That'd probably be the better idea.
Yeah, I
Have a little more time to review that. Then.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate can be your game for next month.
You know, yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 can be my game next month.
Okay.
Makes more sense.
What's yours, Ray?
Let's go with Cloud Gardens. And I think I might review this, because I definitely want to pick it up. It looks lovely and seems like it's relaxing and might be fun.
Okay, cool.
Oh?
Yep. So it seems you just kind of build a scene of overgrown post-apocalyptic structures or something like that.
It's from the creators of Kingdoms. I like that game. Okay. Cool.
That looks actually that kind of looks interesting. I have to admit,
Right?
sir. I must admit, sir.
And hey, not every game has to be shooty bang bang, kill this, kill
Right.
that. Even I like a relaxing game every so often.
Oh, I've got a few relaxing games in my list too, so don't worry. Believe me.
It breaks the.
Yeah, believe me. I like shooting games and everything else, but I appreciate all types of games.
Yeah. For sure. Alright, cool beans.
Alright, so my first one I'm going to bring up is, I can't pronounce it correctly, so I'll just let you read it off screen.
That's an odd title.
Okay, my first game,
Welcome to
Necromunda?
yes.
I can see you're new here. Let me get you up to speed. The
Oh,
other
isn't
hides
this,
know you well. A
wait,
sprawl
isn't
of
this
humanity
online,
suffering
though?
away like ants, deep
Oh, wait.
underground where we ain't
No, it's not.
Strategy Warrior 40K Tactical RPG?
Yes.
Oh, there's something with that. My bad. My apologies.
It's a tactical RPG game.
Oh.
Every Orlok
You have a tactical RPG, and then it's
slash your head
on
from
the
20
40k.
places for saying they could.
So you got your review ready here?
Immortal. But when
And you brought me up
blood,
TJ, it's not
skin,
mine.
And will are of iron. It's a potent combo. Why would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths,
downstairs on top of the
drug
washer.
dealers, killers, cloners, and
That looks pretty good though. Like, I saw this on sale on Green Man Gaming for a while.
Just for the Goliaths are big.
And it's like XCOM 2. Yes, it does. It comes out in a whole 21 hours.
And they're just
Brutal
as happy
combat,
filling you
just
with
like
as
it's
they are
supposed to be in a
smacking you
Warhammer 40k game.
Now, mixing that
As
whole
much
lot
as it
together
is
in a
to the
place
chagrin
like
of some
this,
that
you
don't
can
like gore, but hey,
chaos,
whatever. It's the way it's meant to be.
gang warfare,
This is not overly exaggerated,
hell,
No.
sometimes just for fun.
considering the size of the projectiles.
Think you're ready?
But I'm pretty pumped for it.
Comes to PlayStation
I
4,
think it's-
Xbox One, and
Hey,
PC
even
on
I may
September 8th.
take a look at it at some point. It comes out tomorrow.
Welcome to Necromunda,
Right,
an
Tim.
impossibly massive hive
Right.
city of winding corridors.
Because it was the first thing I found on the list.
Cool.
Alright, so Mermich, you got another one?
Yep. I've got Minesweeper Collector.
Your son claims he has his. This is yours.
Minesweeper Collector.
Basically, it's it's Minesweeper, but in a bunch of different shapes.
Huh.
Yours and drink. The other one is the same amount.
So,
And
Okay,
of course,
okay.
everybody gets bored and ends up playing Minesweeper every now and then. Why not spice it up a bit every once in a while?
oh yeah.
Spice it up. Tired of boring square levels? Finally, there's a brand new Minesweeper different. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, you've got like different basically stages where you try and
This game's made for Jess. She plays Minesweeper and stuff like that.
I have not played Minesweeper in years.
Minesweeper.
I'm more of a Tetris guy myself.
Well, alright then.
Alright. Alright, Silver, what's next on your list? Tell me the one that comes out in 2 days you can actually review.
Kingdoms of Amalur.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Re-reckoning. I mean, obviously. Of course I wouldn't forget
I'm
about
gonna
this.
wreck it!
From the beginning.
Wreck it, Ralph! In a hurry.
And only now.
Now, I have played the
understand
original,
mistakes
but I
we've
have not
made.
finished it. I know. Blasphemy. You don't finish RPGs, how dare you?
I love the original.
Oh yeah, I love the combat, especially with the class system. It was great.
I'm just wondering what actual difference there's gonna be, because it doesn't look that big of a difference.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are concerned with. But from what they said is that the build that they showed in their, the showing off was actually a much older build. So who knows how much it's changed since then? We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, if it comes out and it looks impressive, I don't care if you review it, I'll play it.
Either way, because I definitely love this game's combat, and I really hope they just improve what needed to be improved. Especially like the facial animations, they weren't even there properly, and the animations, the dialogue and stuff. There was a lot of things that were a bit iffy about the.
Listen, I can't wait for the expansion, because the expansion's based on all the stuff that they were going to put in the sequel.
Really?
Yeah, before the studio shut down.
Wait, so they're actually going to be releasing
an expansion
after this the Re-Reckoning release?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
Hold on.
That's news to my ears.
Hold on. I'll show you on screen.
Okay.
And where is it? There you go. Re-Reckoning release September 8th, 2020. Fatesworn new expansion 2021.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Hopefully, we'll definitely expand on the content that was already there. Good to know.
Yes.
Thanks
Yep. All right.
for letting me know about that, Tim. I actually did not see that.
I love Kingdoms of Amalur, so I was all over that shit. All right, Ray, what do you got next? Is Ray gone?
What I have is deleveled. Something Murmich was also looking at.
Deleveled.
Deleveled. Huh.
Toaster fuel.
The name of the developer.
Developers always have the most interesting names.
Right? What?
So it's like a puzzle platforming kind of game where you have to jump around, but you don't actually have a jump button.
Oh.
And then I have to use the momentum, which makes sense.
Oh, so you're using the level to jump.
Right.
I'm trying to read the publisher name. Okay. Quantum Astrophysicist Guild.
A fitting name for a publisher, I guess.
So it would seem.
Well, it looks simple, but hey.
Right? But that could be an easy deception.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably not simple.
Yeah, looks can be deceiving when it comes to games like this.
Exactly.
Hey, don't touch those spikes, for real though.
Alright.
You have to watch out for the spikes.
I think this is a good way to do a trailer for a game like this. On a side note.
Play the bloody game.
It's pretty dang interesting, too.
Except she's talking to her cat. That's kind of funny.
Cat? Okay, cat is the best part of the trailer.
Cat.
Best part of the trailer. The cat wins.
Right? Always put a cat in your trailer.
That's cool though. All right.
Yeah. D-leveled.
All right, Mermits, you're on the clock. And
all right, my next game is Chaser. It's got a period in between each letter.
What is it?
Chaser.
Chaser.
So
okay, got it.
H, yeah.
Is it the sequel to Chased?
No.
Probably.
Chaser.
Oh, there's no trailer to this game. Okay.
No.
You're on a run from an artificially intelligent robot that keeps learning and adapting. Okay.
So the more you run, the more this AI that's hunting you down learns your movement style and movement, and it actively keeps trying to hunt you down. So you have to keep trying to do new tricks and all sorts of really cool stuff.
Okay, so you got to try to find ways to like duke it out. You got to use wits, and you got to like learn to move in a certain way, so it never learns your full movement pattern.
Mm-hmm. But even then, it will start trying to predict your movements.
Okay, that's cool. I like that.
It makes me think of what's that game I have? It's kind of like that.
I really like the aspect.
Echo makes me think of Echo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, this game looked really, really cool.
And it's like a horror game, isn't it? Though, because
Kind of. Or in the aspect of you're being
chased by robots.
Yeah.
What would
But,
be really interesting to see, like speedrunners do this.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Because obviously they're optimizing movement, but if they optimize it too well, the AI will figure out how they've optimized their movement, and then it becomes harder.
It would destroy. It would destroy a speedrun. Yeah.
Yep.
So it'd be really, really cool to see people play through.
Yeah, that'd be really fun to witness a speed run of.
Mm-hmm. Because obviously you can't.
Well, I'm gonna check it out when it comes out and see if it's see what it's actually about. You know what I mean? Like without a trailer, it's kind of hard, but
yeah.
But hey, it might be interesting. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll follow it. There you go.
Oh, cool.
Okay, these are two games that I used to play when I was a kid. All right, these are I pronounce everything wrong. Silver picks on me, so Silver can pronounce them, so we can pick on him.
Eterno Blade.
Yes, it's.
I actually have these games on Switch.
Yeah.
They're already on Switch.
And they're both coming out the same day.
Cool.
So they are all about time manipulation.
Oh yeah.
And they're a hack and slash puzzle game, which is very interesting. Yes, these games are. It's in HD, but it still looks very dated.
I actually did not know that these games, at least the HD rebuffs, I guess you would call them, were actually rebuffs of older games. I did not know that.
Yes.
I had no idea they were. That this was already a game.
Now, that's the
Switch.
first one.
Yeah, I've got the second one, literally right here to my left. A physical copy of the Switch version.
The second one looks a little more impressive.
Yeah, so far, I've actually played a little bit of it. There's like 3 characters you will switch between as you play.
My fight has ended.
I think I prefer the second dude that has like I think twin swords. Oh, his attack patterns. His moves are pretty cool.
Please let me fight.
Now, depending on price, I may review these, but it all depends on price because.
Yeah, they're like 20.
Yeah, if you give me an HD polish and then charge me $30 a piece, I ain't gonna do it.
They shouldn't be $30 because on the Switch
they should have sold them as a pack.
Right? Why were these sold separately? I mean, I get it. They were released separately, like months apart. Not days or weeks, months, or even years apart.
But these games are actually really good.
Yeah.
So even though they are older and they look dated, the actual puzzles and time manipulation commands and in combat and everything are actually really well done in the game.
Yeah, the boss is pretty cool too.
So for people that have never heard of this before, which is probably going to be a majority of people, you know, to be able to show off some of this stuff would be a cool thing to try. So depending on price, this might actually be my review franchise, because if I was going to do it, I'd do both. Because they're not overly long.
As far as I know, yeah. And hopefully they're not going to be more than $20 a piece.
That's why I said it's all based on price. But
Because on the Switch, I think they're about 15.
that would be fair. That would be fair.
First game is cheaper, obviously. Second game is around 50, give or take.
All right. So, who's Silver? You got another one?
Of course.
Okay.
Serious Sam 4.
Oh yeah, that almost forgot. Which is only $40. It was actually a really good deal.
Captain Sam Stone of the Surveyor.
In fact, I'm pretty sure that the Serious Sam 3 was also at the same price.
Awesome.
Or even cheaper than that, at least on PC. Because that's when it came out first, and then it came on console a little later.
They don't care about who we used
definitely
to be
can't wait for this. You know me and Serious Sam, man. I've played every fucking Serious Sam game that's ever come out, and this is no exception. I love me some Serious Sam, man. Bigger the gun, double the fun. Oh yeah.
I love the interview he did the other day where he's like, I'm not going to change anything. Why would I? Just make it look prettier.
Keep the gunplay and combat the same. It doesn't need to change. It's just plain and simple, brutal, fast-paced, good, retro fucking fun.
Yeah.
And music. Oh, the music just gets you fucking pumped.
I mean, I'm sorry. You don't play Serious Sam for like some... I want a heartbreaking story, Silver.
Nah. This is motherfucking Serious Sam, man. You want a story? Go play some motherfucking FPS. You want just some pure adrenaline.
He's for Serious Sam as I am for Shadow Warrior.
Yeah, you want some testosterone, shredded fun. Just play fucking Serious Sam. Yeah, simple. I love that.
All right, Ray. What's your next one?
A Monsters Expedition.
See, that's the beauty of this. We're going through every genre as we go through these games.
All right.
This seems really relaxing. This should
More
be
puzzles.
This
More
should be.
relaxing puzzles.
This feels like it should be on the Switch, like now.
That
right?
It's actually really, really cool.
Open world puzzle exploration. What's a Soko band mean?
A what?
I'm looking under the tags.
Sounds foreign, like Chinese or Japanese.
Well,
that looks very interesting though.
It does.
When brain teasers that soothe your synapses rather than fry them.
That sounds pleasant.
Right?
Oh, Sokobon is actually a puzzle game where players push crates in a warehouse trying to get them to storage locations. It's a Japanese game made in '92. My word!
Listen, I found the original Among Us character. They look very similar.
There you go. You just learned a bit of gaming history.
Oh wow, it's gonna be available on itch.io too. Nice.
Man, that game is ancient. But yeah,
that's awesome.
Okay.
That looks cool, Ray. That does.
Yeah.
All right, Mermits, you better come up with something good. Ray's destroying you this round.
Tamarin.
How do you spell it?
Tamarin.
There you go.
Tamarin. There you go.
Silver was looking at this until I talked him out of it.
Yeah, because he said the character looked like a fucking monkey. No, it doesn't.
It does.
It looks
kind of.
It looks a little.
Oh, so this
sounds like a monkey.
So this is the realistic version of Super Lucky's Tale.
With Ratchet and Clank, because there's guns. Tim, he has guns.
Don't get fooled by this cutesy, nature-loving art style.
It has guns.
Just wait.
Really?
Yeah. Welcome to Conquer.
Save your family.
I will say though, it does look quite polished and very nice graphically.
I like how the trailer is making it look bug splattering fun.
Right, you know, it looks like you're kind of kidsy
Yeah.
3D platformer game. And then
It's just
And then you bring in Jetstorm, or was it Jet something? Jetstorm Gemini? Crap, I forgot the name of the game. It has bugs with guns. Oh man, can't remember the name of it, but it reminds me of that. Now.
knows what this game is about. We'll find out. Soon.
You have definitely piqued my interest with the end of that trailer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's so cutesy. Fire.
Like, what the hell?
That
thing a freaking gun?
This screenshot right here tells me all I need to know.
Right?
Alright, add to wish list, follow. Okay, cool, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
I'm cute and cuddly die.
I'm cute and cuddly die.
Or nature.
Oh, nature. There's some stupid bugs. Ah.
Next one for me is kind of an interesting one. This is the Isles of Adalar. It is a open world co-op RPG, but it has an integrated level editor and Steam Workshop support, so you can build your own campaigns and levels.
I totally forgot about this game, and I've played a demo of it as well. Oh my fucking god, how could I?
Yeah, this seems very interesting. Like, you can build your own content in the game.
Oh yeah. Already a better game than Skyrim.
Yeah.
Not hard.
I know, Ray, but you know, just give it to him.
Low bar, but sure. Accurate statement.
Like, this is another one where it depends on price, but, you know, co-op fantasy RPG, just fuck around and then create shit to go through.
Co-op already better than Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly.
I would be in for that.
Yeah.
You know me.
Neat.
RPGs all the way.
It does not have an exact date, but it is in September.
It does say September.
An early access.
Alright, Silver. I don't know too much about this other than what I'm showing, so you're up next.
Alright. Biomass.
This is an interesting game as well.
Indeed. We saw this being showcased at an event, didn't we?
Yes,
About a year ago.
Yes, we did.
It's been that long already.
Come on.
Oh, good.
Freaking trailer.
You
There
mean
you go.
friggin' Steam? There we go. Alright. I'm rather a fan of these games. Especially like that parry mechanic. I like that.
Yeah, it's definitely got, like, for somebody who used to play, like, the 3D platforming games on, like, the Sega Genesis and the 32X, Sega CD, that era, this definitely gives me a lot of vibes of that.
Indeed.
I would not walk into the tentacle hands. Yeah.
Oh god, that is weird.
That seems like a bad idea.
Yep.
But as long as the combat's good, then they can work. Because the art style is different for sure, but you know, as long as the combat works within the art style, then that's what matters.
Yep. And I'm a fan of pixel art games. This is one.
And it's been delayed. No, it was already delayed. Oh. I think we talked about this a couple months ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
It looks familiar.
But that's why I said we saw it on a showcase.
Oh yeah, but I think we've talked about it on the podcast before too.
If we did, then my mistake.
No. It's
Well, I wonder if it was
one.
like one of the demos or something available. Or
Good
you might
evening,
be right about a
Glav.
showcase.
Welcome.
Good evening, Glav.
Evening, Glav.
Alright. So, what you got next, Ray?
As far as the eye.
Can see?
Nope, just as far as the eye.
I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Alright, what? Oh, they're actually playing it right now.
Glav might actually be interested in this. I'm not sure.
Look at, they're actually playing it. Oh my god.
To my pupils. They will listen. They
Oh,
will know who you are.
what kind of game is it?
You have to let them leave.
So it's you. I guess you build a mobile village and travel towards the center of the world,
Only you
and it's a roguelike turn-based resource management game.
can help them plan.
That looks pretty.
Okay.
Their long journey awaits them, and their trust in your
My
instincts
word.
will lead them across wonderful landscapes.
Oh wow, you have to travel your
New lands
route.
to
Wow.
discover and to pay
My
respects to, new horizons to admire and follow.
Huh.
You'll inspire them to create
Curious.
marvelous new homes. But the journey must not stop. They have to keep going.
Watership down.
You will find them hardworking.
And the art looks good. It looks well
Breathe new
polished.
knowledge into them and surely
yeah.
appreciate their
You like that
potential
art
to
style.
learn as they care deeply.
I'd be interested to see more.
Connection to nature.
Just make them all starve, Glab, then you can
You-
take over the whole
They
thing.
will bring to light ancient ways to get help.
Yeah,
from
Glad would be great
spirit.
at this, I'm sure.
Vagaries may appear on the way, hardening.
No, but
your
it does
mission to
look
save
pretty.
them all. And as some may be taken away, some will join the caravan and do part of the way with you.
Something
You
like
are
that.
The breath that whispers to their ears,
Someone.
the wind that pushes them forward.
Where's
And your
Biomutant,
journey,
Silver?
carrying them to me,
Right?
has just begun.
It's still slated for this year, but I think they had
They're
another.
running out of months.
They had another trailer of that game though,
Yes.
Hello everyone.
but
Welcome
it
to
didn't
this
give any
preview
dates.
of
But it
As
did
Far
show
as
more
the
gameplay.
As far as the
So it's
eye
actually
goes,
That looks good, though. That looks
resource
good, Ray.
management game, every
What you got,
action
Mermit? You got any more?
Your goal to guide a tribe of nomads called the pupils to the eye.
What was that,
Glory
Mermit?
in the center of the world that will protect them
Of
from the
games.
rising water.
Oh, you're
Oh,
out
yeah,
of
Mermit
here.
Garbage is out.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, we'll
Map
go
about the monster is
Sojourn.
generated procedurally. Every run is different and
Oh, Soldier one. What's this game? Tale of Light and Darkness.
This is my more casual game.
Okie dokie.
Welcome to an atmospheric puzzle game.
Ah, lovely. Seems to have good ratings.
Yep. And use relics as part of your puzzles, and there's different puzzle activations throughout each level.
Looks very nice.
Yeah.
That trailer music. Nice.
The trailer music reminds me of Journey. Alright, but what you got next, Silver?
Let's see. Vampire the Masquerade: Shadows of New York.
Another visual novel based on...
Yep. Yep, based on the VTM on the World of Darkness. This one you play as a La Sombra, which is a clan that has not been really utilized much when it came.
They also have a text-based version of one of these games coming out this month, too.
Night Road. That's also on the list as well. Yeah, I can't wait to see what this one's going to be about, considering it plays a clan that I've never had the pleasure of trying out. The La Sombra. Which apparently, as far as I know, I think they broke off from the Sabat. Which are like the bloodthirsty dumbass.
Brandy lurking alert. I'm not afraid. That's actually that's pretty good. Oh, did you enjoy the first one they came out with?
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
I definitely have to play it through another 2 more times, because it's like 3 characters you can play as, and it's 3 clans. Bruja, Toreador, and Ventru. So definitely will have to play it 3 times.
All right. So what's your next one, Ray? Or are you out? Because
I am out of...
Yeah, I was gonna say pretty soon it's just gonna be me like running through.
You know, I'm surprised you didn't start, Tim, because then you could have knocked out maybe 1 or 2 of your own beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay, you got any more, Silver?
Aside from that one that you mentioned, no. That's it for me.
All right, so I got a few to go through, but I'm going to make them really quick, but I'm going to get to the point.
Yep. Okay.
SCP. Which one is it? SCP Pandemic.
I'm actually surprised you didn't want to have a look at Blackout. Excuse me. Apologize. I was not supposed to break out. I was talking.
Okay, this is does not have a trailer, but this is part of a alpha and beta, and the release of the game is going to be in 2021. But this game is interesting that it's a 4-player co-op first-person experience, tactical shooter.
And that surprises me because I've never heard of an SCP game being a shooter.
Yeah,
usually like a survival horror experience.
Now, I'm probably going to play it as part of like the alpha and beta, which will cost me a whopping $9.49. But if you wait till it comes out, it's free. It's going to be free to play 4-player co-op game.
Okay.
So that if you wait, it's free. But for me, I want to play it. I want to see what it's about. So paying $9, and you get some exclusive like cosmetics because you supported the game.
Well, I am a fan of the SCP lore in particular. I know some of the SCPs by name, especially the most prominent ones like 173, 106, 049, 096.
Very creepy ones.
Oh, yes. Yes, there are. There's even an SCP that is basically nicknamed God.
I know, and like there's a lot of SCP games I've noticed. But that one stuck out to me because it was co-op, and I hadn't really seen any in that genre before.
If you want to try some for free, there is one that is very well known called Containment Breach, which is probably one of the scariest fucking horror games you will ever play. Mostly because of the atmosphere. And also because some of the SCPs are downright terrifying. 096 is one.
Alright, next one is I like arcade racing games. This is like brings me back to Daytona USA style games. This is Hot Shot Racing. And it's made by Sumo Digital, which is the same people that made Sonic and All-Star Racing Transform.
Really?
Yes.
That's quite the...
That's a good sign.
Yes, from the same exact people. Up to 4 players, 8-player online you could do with this game. So I'm kind of pumped.
Sounds like Sonic.
And it's got like that old school vibe, but with like, you know, the new aesthetic that everybody's gonna be able to run at 60 frames. So that's gonna be a good part.
It's fun.
Yeah. And it's gonna be a whopping $20, but it's on sale for $15.99 until release. So I mean, that's real expensive. I don't know if I can afford it. But I imagine you'll see me
go with coffee without it for a few weeks.
I think that I will end up playing this sometime this month, but just putting that out there. Okay, this is one I thought Silver would have grabbed, but this is Bullets Per Minute.
Oh yeah, well I did add it to my wish list now. Once you mentioned it. I was like, huh, yeah. Because with the play style, it really reminds me of a mixture of, say, Hexen combined with one of the more recent first-person shooters called Wrath, which is actually made by 3D Realms. Good old 3D Realms, they're back at their first-person shooter genre. They are so good at it. Yeah, when Wrath comes out, I would have to speak about that more. Okay.
It's Doom-esque.
It's kind of like Doom, but mixed with what are those rhythm games? What are those rhythm games? Shit.
Rhythm games?
Like
that was a big mini game.
rhythm of the...
Oh, Necrodancer.
Yeah, Necrodancer. So that's what it is. You're supposed to fire on beat. It's a rhythm action FPS. So like literally this has a metal soundtrack to it, but you're supposed to shoot, jump, and dodge on beat.
In this game? Oh my word.
Yeah, it even says it. BPM is a rhythm action FPS roguelike where you must shoot, jump, and dodge to the beat of an epic rock soundtrack.
Okay.
So it's actually a rhythm game based on Doom. This game was showcased heavily during the PC gaming show.
Wishlist immediately.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. And last time I checked, like the soundtrack has like the lead singer of Trivium on it and everything else. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
God damn.
But this game was showed off heavily during the PC gaming event earlier this summer.
That's probably why I missed it, because I didn't watch that.
I'm getting down there. Next one is called Gone Viral. This is my very strange game.
This reminds me of Loaded. Right off the bat, it reminds me of Loaded. An old PS1 game.
I am so excited to see his potential. How about you?
It's a bullet hell roguelike game. And it's not PvP, it's only PvE.
Okay.
Well, I'm making that point because if I ask Silver to play, he'll be like, oh, it's PvP. No, it's not. You know what it reminds me of is Smash TV mixed with like a bullet hell genre. Glav will know what I'm talking about with Smash TV. And this has total Twitch integration where they make the experience for you. But they can't fuck you over, but they choose how your game goes, as in like what happens next, or like what is your next objective, or what do you got to deal with as enemies. None of them break the game. I made sure to look into that part, but yeah, like literally Twitch integration allows them to make every playthrough different.
So it also looked like it was kind of like what was that one game you played a while back where every modifier actually made a physical change to your character when you picked up power-ups or something?
Yeah. I just can't remember what game.
Mutant something? No.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That one.
What's it called? Man, I'm having a brain.
Or was it someone radioactive?
Yeah, it
was
Rad. That's it, Rad.
It was just Rad, yeah.
Rad. Yeah, okay, now I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's one where every time you picked up a new thing, like it would give you an extra arm, or like totally deform your body but give you a power up at the same time. Good luck, you'll need it. Exactly, guys. Exactly. All right, these are a couple like lesser. Like I went looking for some lesser known stuff. Like lesser. This is Jumper, which is kind of like a ode to Super Meat Boy, but as somebody who likes 2D platforming that is like more precision based, like this is right up my alley. It's just no story, just death, and that's my favorite thing you could put in the whole entire trailer. Just no story, just death.
Oh gosh. Well.
No filler, all death. See, this is what Air Razor needs to play. I want him to get ahead of me in this game.
Yes, we should absolutely make fights.
I mean, I imagine he can beat this game before I get to it, right?
Could be.
But I thought that was pretty cool.
That looks good.
Depending, that might, if that was a $5 game, I would totally buy it. I don't know how much it's gonna be though. Let's see. I got 2 more. Exocorpse. This is an arena shooter, which might not be for everybody, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Exocorpse. Or Exocore is technically PNS's focus on. Oh, that's very fast.
Yeah, and you could use jetpacks.
Hey, jetpack. This kind of that area kind of reminds me of Starship Troopers. The first desert planet.
It reminds me more of like Utah, the one that like the area that they used in the Martian.
You want to torture your friends that can't find you on the map? This is the game for you.
Yes, please.
Yeah, play a game of Can You Find Me Now?
And
you can play on the moon. I thought that was an interesting feature. Zero gravity. Alright. And to finish off, my actual favorite, the one I guarantee you that I'm going to review this month, is Spelunky 2.
Ah, of course.
Because I really like these games. Or did I spell it wrong? I don't think I did.
Well, you could just search and it might show up.
Is there no E in Spelunky?
Uh-oh. This is...
Yeah, it's not.
Spelunk.
There it is. Yep. Alright.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and
But
I'm the creator
basically,
of Spelunky.
I don't know who has played Spelunky, the first
For
one.
Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old
basically,
fans excited and also brought in new
Spelunky
players.
2 is basically everything that made Spelunky 1 really good, and then just ramp everything else up as high as it will go.
So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family,
So it would
even
seem.
strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer.
Yeah,
so that
online
more people can play
multiplayer is
the
in
game
this one too, Silver. That's gonna be...
And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcome,
It was
even though it's
pretty
difficult.
challenging in places.
In Spelunky 2, when you do runs
Still
and
fun to
discover
play,
new characters,
regardless.
you'll also be building an in-game community and family.
Yep.
I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways.
This is totally a Mermage game.
For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys.
Yeah, you can ride
find
turkeys.
Passageways.
Well, that's at least one
And
plus
you'll
for
have to
me.
choose between branching paths
I
as
do
you
like
make your way
turkeys.
deeper into the caves.
Plus you're mining.
As a result, the stories players create will have much more
Hmm.
texture to them. Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them.
Just getting crushed.
So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added
Kill
new
yourself
characters that
with a
can help you
dice.
or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to see how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about. And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game.
Yeah, you can clone
I
puppies.
have
Does
two
that make
types
you better
of
or
favorite
worse?
stories from Spelunky.
You need
fans.
cats.
First are
Oh,
when
there's
people
cats
are
too.
genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family.
Considering what it looks like you use the dog for, I think I'd prefer it just being a dog.
These are the stories I wanted to expand
Cats are
upon in
pet,
Spelunky
dogs are
2.
weapons.
They're really what guided my design choices.
Turkeys are rideable.
That could be done with the concept in the world.
And eatable. You can ride it and then eat it.
There is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team.
Yep.
In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced.
So basically, yeah, this is the game I've been looking forward to for quite a while. And Spelunky was actually an amazing success, even though a lot of people haven't played it. The ones who have have really enjoyed it. So.
But I think it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for it. And that's all the games I got for this month.
That's good.
And I dropped something. But yeah, I hope you guys found at least one game that you're looking forward to over the next month out of the ones that we came up with. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Ava, Glav, even Z, you stalker you. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for hanging out. Next stream will be tomorrow night, where I will be playing more White Day, and then Tuesday will be Phantasy Star Online 2. But for the rest of tonight, I am going to probably take off. I might be playing some stuff online later if people are in Discord. But for now, I wish you all a wonderful rest of your evening, and thank you for watching. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow.
Hey, it was a pleasure as always.
Have a good night, folks.
Night, everybody.